Good afternoon, everyone. Yes, I am a little early today. Yeah, basically, I'm a little early today because I'm not feeling very well. And I got myself ready for stream because I thought I'll get myself ready. I'll see how I'm doing. I'll see if I can power on and do at least a little bit of streaming. And yeah, basically as soon as I was ready, I'm just like, I don't know how long I'm gonna feel well, so I'm just gonna start streaming straight away. So we're a little early today. Hey Cass, hey Amelia. How is everyone doing today? Actually so relatable. Thank you. I mean, and also sorry. I've taken some more pain meds, and I have a nice big cup of tea. And if you're British, you know a cup of tea fixes everything. So hopefully the cup of tea will fix me a little bit, and then I've got some juice to wake me up a little bit. You're Mare. I too am Mare. Jelly Tot is Eve. Hello, Eve. Yeah, for those who know, like ME/CFS, I'm presuming it's my ME/CFS and I've not come down with something. But who knows? But yeah, I crashed really hard last night. I don't want it to be all doom and gloom. But I had one of those like curled up in pain, sweating buckets kind of nights. I don't think I slept until past 5 a.m. So yeah, I might be a little rough on stream today, but we'll see. I did manage to sleep until, I don't know, 11 maybe, so. You have CFS as well. I'm sorry if you've told me that before and I've forgotten. My watch has stopped. Not much point wearing a stopped watch. Stopped a while ago as well. It wasn't all that long ago I replaced this. You're just tired, mainly. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. I am also going from like hot to cold, so there may be a lot of taking my jumper on and off. I also had a second layer of socks. I had normal socks and then boot socks to keep my feet warm. Oh, apparently I have once again been flagged for repetitive, inauthentic, or demeaning acts to induce gifts. Gotta love TikTok. Their content AI is impeccable. I would love... See, and the stupid thing is that so I appeal these, and by the time the appeal has come through, the bans run out, so the appeal automatically fails. So I have all these marks on my account for failed appeals, but they failed because the ban only lasts for like 2 hours. Stupid system. And then when they lock your account down for 24 hours, which is what happens when it happens more than once, like in a row, they block your account for 24 hours, and the appeal process takes more than 24 hours. So when they flag your account, that's it. You've lost your account for 24 hours. Super great system. Not at all broken. There's nothing I can do. Like, my stream is this, Peeps, and my socials, and that's it. Literally not spoken about gifting. I'd love to know what I've done that's supposedly repetitive or inauthentic. Ah, oh, so cringe. You feel like you've had a really bad day with pain, dizziness, etc. It took you a while to fall asleep. I'm sorry to hear that, Eve. What helped you with the fatigue side is B12, magnesium, iron tablets. Yeah, I just take all the multivitamins. It doesn't help. Hey, I just saw you join the Discord. Welcome, welcome. Yeah, so what's stupid is I can't appeal the ban before the ban times out. But if I stop the stream and start it again, because I stopped the stream, the ban goes away. But then what will just happen is it'll get flagged again because apparently something in what I'm doing is inauthentic. And I'll just get banned for 24 hours from TikTok again. Ridiculous system. And yet I have seen multiple accounts that are doing exactly what they're trying to stop, that are streaming fine, and yet mine's the one that gets flagged. Craziness. Craziness. You guess TikTok doesn't want people buying follows or gifts. I don't know. I mean, maybe that's it. I mean, maybe it is as simple as it thinks Peeps is incentivizing. Could it be that? Do you reckon it's as stupid as that? Getting flagged on TikTok because I have Peeps is kind of insane. Particularly because I've not spoken about it. They've got no idea what it's for. But also, it doesn't apply because I'm not incentivizing gifting. Which that's what I've been flagged for, by the way, specifically for, so all those like fraudulent, repetitive, inauthentic is all to do with gifting, but this has nothing to do with gifting. Nothing that is on this screen has anything to do with gifting. But I can't appeal it. Insane. Insane. A weird system. And people wonder why no one wants to stream over there. I have no protections. There is nothing I can do. Hello, L. How you doing today? Also, hi, Chris. I never actually said hi. Eye is really itchy. What a strange system. You're trying to eat something to get your energy up. Yeah, I've really not eaten a lot today, which is not great. But I had some dry food because I thought that was a sensible option, and hopefully some tea will help. No, you haven't, Amelia, but don't worry. All good. You don't need to. But it's even things like I got rid of all the chat. I got rid of all the chat and everything on TikTok, because I was trying to figure out what's tripping it. But as far as I can tell, nothing. I think the next time I stream on TikTok, I will have literally only my camera. And then when I'm playing a game, I will have only my camera and the game and literally nothing else. No overlays of any description, see what happens. It's bizarre that I'm getting flagged on stuff that doesn't at all match what's actually happening. Very strange. Anyway. Yeah, how you doing today, L? Cereal is CFS's best friend. Yeah, so I had dry granola. Real adjective. Also, my eye is really itchy. I didn't take any antihistamines today. It was daft. You had some little moons. What's little moons? Also, we will start playing shortly. I'm just letting myself settle. Rice Krispies are a favorite at the moment. Oh, very nice. You were ticking quite bad before joining, and my streams are so calming. It weirdly helps. Oh, that's awesome. I'm glad to be of assistance. Yeah, I was never I'm going to sound like such an old man here, but I was never really a fan of like sweet cereal as a kid. To be honest, same now. Like I never really went for, I don't know, like Cocoa Puffs or whatever the British ones are, or like Frosties or any of that. My 3 go-tos, which are still true to this day, and again, this is okay. So I'm not as bad. It's not like shredded wheat, right? I'm not quite that bad. Not quite. Hi, John. How you doing today? But yeah, my 3 are Shreddies, Weetabix, Bran Flakes. That's it. That's the only cereals I eat. And granola, if you want to count granola as cereal. Also, I am overheating, so I'm just going to take my jumper off 1 second. Also fun that the BRB screen is missing the BRB page. I don't fully understand why that's happening. Crunchy Nut is good. Can't say that I've had Crunchy Nut. You've been building a Victorian-style house on Sims in between working. Very nice. How are all of us getting on? Well, I've not been very well. But other than that, okay. It's just in the US, like 90% of the entire box of cereal is just refined sugar. I mean, we have those kind of cereals here too. We have like Cocoa Puffs, Frosties, like the original Rice Krispies, I think, were quite sugar oriented. But yeah, I'm not obviously not super knowledgeable, because I didn't have them. Like I tried lots of those sorts of things when I was a kid, but I think my parents raised us to not have sugar on our cereal. So then the first few times that I tried like Frosties, say, they just tasted really sickly because I got used to eating cereal with no sugar. So it's even like when I drink tea or coffee, I drink black tea, black coffee. As it turns out, when I'm not feeling well, milk and 1 sugar feels like a bit of a treat to drink. But even then, like by the end of the cup, it's feeling a bit sickly. Mochi ice cream in these round. Oh, do you mean Mochi? I think it's called Mochi. It's like kind of like a soft outside and then kind of ice cream in the middle. I think I've had those. They say porridge is good for CFS flare-ups, but you don't like porridge. That's a problem. Yeah, I'm a bit of a traitor to my heritage in that I'm not a massive fan of porridge, and porridge is absolutely a thing in Scotland. Hey Jess, how you doing today? Ali, hello. You don't know what it is about sugar on cereal, like even in hospitals they ask if you want sugar on cereal. Good to see you. It has been a while. It has been a while. How are you doing? You're from Liverpool. I mean, porridge is a thing all over the world. I just mean, you know, there are certain things that are just culturally more normal. So like afternoon tea, for example, is very much an English thing. Porridge for breakfast is very Scottish. It's not the only country that does that, but it's very much a thing in Scotland. It's sweet rice dough in Mochi. Oh, is it? I didn't know. From Liverpool. I mean, it's funny that like lots of you, there's a bunch of you that are kind of vaguely close by, and then everybody else is like really far away. It's like a little cluster of us all kind of vaguely in the same place, and then there's a huge jump to the next lot of people. Ali, you've been quite poorly over Christmas and New Year, but on the mend now. Sorry, I've missed you talking about it. How's peeps and stuff going? So I've also been quite poorly. It's a bit of a long story. Yeah. So I'm working on a small game on Steam, like a little kind of puzzle arcade game, which was supposed to be released last week, but I've delayed it by a month or so because I've not been very well. Similarly, I was not well over Christmas, and then have just had a bunch of little things back to back. It's been quite problematic. And then I was just starting to get back into streaming, and then I ended up in and out of hospital all last week. So it's been a whole thing. And then I thought I was better yesterday and the day before. I was like, oh, I'm finally kind of recouping a little bit after all the hospital nonsense. And then last night it just hit me like a truck again. So just got to roll with the punches. Scouse here is a common thing to have. It's a stew. You don't like that either. Do you know what it's called? Like, is there a particular name for this scouse stew? L. You always say that you are the worst Scottish person as you don't like porridge or iron brew. Oh, see, I do quite like iron brew. Providing I am in a situation where I feel like I can have that much sugar. Because I much prefer... I mean, the, like, sugar-free one is okay. Is better than a lot of the sugar-free fizzy drinks, but I would rather have Iron Brew Original. Birmingham is common for curry or orange chips. Oh, as in like an orange curry on chips. Okay. Ali, got to put yourself first before anything else. Yeah. Easier said than done, though, right? Particularly when putting yourself first dubiously could be not doing anything. So there's a reasonable argument that I should just not stream because of my health, and I should just stop trying to make games, and I should focus on trying to like relax more. But you know, I'm not good at sitting still, so that's the thing. Actual orange chips, battered chips. Wait, what? Battered chips? That sounds so unnecessary. One sec, let me look this up. Orange chips. Where did you say it was? Birmingham. Interestingly, I put orange chips and the first thing that came up after it was Black Country. Okay, I'm not gonna lie, that looks delicious. You know, maybe the kind of thing to have like once a year. Not gonna lie, I'd try that though. I would try that for sure. So are you feeling better, Ali? You asked how Peeps was going. So, yeah, so I paused to make this smaller puzzle game that's coming out on Steam next month. If you want to wishlist it, you can. If you just search Samly on Steam, it's called Samly's Merge. It's the one at the top. And then I'm going to go back to Peeps. I'm doing a really big rework, which is both a functional and a visual rework. So it's a lot of work, which is why I took a bit of a break from it. But so visually, it looks a lot nicer, I think. I'm much more proud of it as an art style. I feel like it's a better reflection of the characters that I draw. Like in the perspectives, the style is much closer to how I draw on pen and paper. Functionally, it's gone from, vaguely speaking, being able to handle on a good... Yeah, no, let's work on the low end. So on a low end computer, like on my laptop, I might be able to play Sims and stream and run Peeps and have 30 people, maybe, active in chat before it starts becoming a problem. On my desktop, I could probably handle about 100 before it starts becoming a problem, which feels okay, right? That's not a terrible number by comparison. So that's rendering about 30 people on screen and then handling about 100 chatters. by comparison, the new one can handle 100,000 people with the 30 on screen, with better performance, more customizations. Like, it is just across the board better. Like, it uses less CPU, it takes up less space in memory, it's way faster. So frame rates obviously are like insane, which is good. Leaves you more space for playing new games. Took me a long time to come up with the tech for it, but I'm pretty happy with myself. And it has been tested. Like, I have tested it, so I know that it does actually do that. It's just, yeah, it's going to be a long time before it comes out. Because yeah, I'm not even working on it right now, and I've been super sick this year. Okay, I'm sorry, I need to try and keep on top of comments. It sounds delicious but unhealthy. It's like deep fried Mars bars. They're a nice thing to have, but you wouldn't want them very often. They're very intense. Chris, you've installed Unreal Engine 5 the other day and slowly chewing through a tutorial on it. Yeah, Unreal is kind of becoming the default engine now. Not necessarily a bad thing. I have to visit the Black Country Museum. It's all about the old times. It has like an actual pub, sweet shop, fish and chips wrapped in newspaper. Man, I remember fish and chips in newspaper, and like having the print on the chips, or on the fish usually. You're going to take your dogs out? Back in a bit. No worries. L? Yeah, I've only ever been to Birmingham twice. I went once when I was a teenager for like a day trip with a friend. And then I went once as an adult. I don't remember why. May have just been a day trip to the Bull Ring, to be fair. But yeah, I've never really explored Birmingham. They look a lot smoother than they did a few years back. Baby steps. And also a lot of work, so take the wins. Yeah. You think they're sick? Oh, thank you very much. Yeah. In many ways, I'm very proud of what I have done with Peeps, despite my health. It's just frustrating having long periods where I'm not able to work on it, but it kind of is what it is. I look forward to making content. The problem is, this version is the version that's live on Steam, and I can't change this. So I can't add new items, I can't change the game modes, I can't fix bugs. This is it. This is this version. This isn't changing. Until the new version is ready to like literally replace this, I can't mess with this one. Which is frustrating. So Peeps is just stuck in this mode for now. But, you know, I'm quite pleased that as a general it works. There are not many problematic bugs, so that's a bonus. Eve, you were going to put a picture of your gingerbread boy in Discord, but it won't let you. Have you got to accept the rules? I think probably. That should do the trick. Yeah, how you doing today, Paul? You missed me getting flagged on TikTok again. So I've just been doing this, just been talking with the camera. I've turned all the notifications off on TikTok, and was anybody keeping track vaguely? Fewer than 5 minutes into the stream, got flagged. Yeah, we were saying what I'll try doing tomorrow is I will try getting rid of any overlays, any UI elements. I will remove Peeps. I will just completely flat my camera and gameplay, just to test if I'm just randomly getting flagged anyway. I don't think it is me having a hater. I think it's their automated system. So I thought it was the notifications before, but now I think it might be Peeps that's flagging it. I mean, I could test it today, but if I test it today and it doesn't work, then my account gets a 24-hour ban, and I really can't be bothered with that again. Because then I can't stream tomorrow. Muse, don't mind you're at work lurking so you can be with the babies. Are you talking about your colleagues or I'd love Digbeth. It has really good arcades, bowling, glow-in-the-dark mini golf. Nice. I mean, we've got all that sort of stuff in Leeds. Fun fact for you, which may surprise you all to know. Also, how long have we been streaming now? Like half an hour, and we've still not started on Sims. Oops. Yeah, it may surprise you to know I have never been to an arcade. I have maybe once or twice in my life played arcade machines at bowling alleys, but that's it. Never been to an arcade. I have played a couple of arcade machines at a video game museum, which I've been to, which was really good. I actually played No Man's Sky there. I played No Man's Sky about a week before its release. They had it in a like mini what's it called? Good grief, like a mini cinema. So it was literally wall to wall. And I played the first 10 minutes of No Man's Sky, which, if anybody knows, No Man's Sky was the only good bit when it first came out. So I played the first 10 minutes and I was like, this is awesome. I'm definitely buying this game. And then realized that there really isn't anything outside of those first 10 minutes. It was very sad. I know I really need to go to an arcade sometime, but I tend not to go to these places by myself. I know that's a bit, I don't know, I was going to say childish, but it's not really childish. I tend to only do stuff socially. So, you know, if a friend was game for going to an arcade, then I absolutely would. I just haven't. You figured it out. Oh, nice. Well done, Eve. You've been to arcades somewhat frequently. They can be so much fun. Yeah, I imagine so. Paul says they can be hit and miss. They opened a retro arcade venue in the corner house in Nottingham. Oh, really? That's cool. I've never been to Blackpool. Nope. That style of tourist location is not my cup of tea. No Man's Sky is supposed to be amazing now. It is supposed to be really good. I just haven't been there. Haven't played it again. Thank you, Kath. Leeds, like lots of cities, particularly in the north, are so inaccessible, impossible to access for a lot of people, which is lame. Yeah, so when I went to the video game museum thing in Nottingham, at the time that I went there, I was on and off using a wheelchair, and there were a few of the areas and a few of the exhibits that you just couldn't do in a wheelchair. They had no prep for it. They didn't have ramps. They were like up steps or like on ledges and stuff, and it was basically just, sorry, if you can't reach it, you're just gonna have to kind of move on to the next bit. I'm like, that's not good. And this wasn't all that long ago. This would have been, okay, it would have been a while ago. It would have been like 10 years ago. Yeah, it wasn't ideal. You've got brain fog today. Hey, let's go, brain fog buddies. Let's see how much we can fumble our way through Sims. You've been since you were little. You love the 2p machines. I mean, if that's your cup of tea, go for it. Japan is very overwhelming with arcades. People are very passionate about their games, even have save profiles and stuff they bring with them to continue their playthroughs. That's odd. Stinks about lack of accessibility. I mean, I think as a whole is improving these days. It's a challenging one because obviously you need to be as accessible for as many people as possible, but lots of those sorts of things where I've had problems with it over the years are run on very small budgets. Like, it's one or two indie game studios that have like pulled together to try and run this thing. So it's like, you know, they maybe didn't have the foresight, they didn't have the business know-how, and or felt like they didn't have the money to, you know, so like if they're renting out a building and it's got 2 fairly steep stairs to one area, that's quite problematic. So that's the one I went to in Nottingham, and the steps were like each kind of this sort of depth, maybe a bit more than that. Like they were steep steps, and it was quite a narrow doorway, so it was 2 steps through a narrow doorway and then into the next section. So if you're a small company or a collective of small companies and you're not really, you know, I can sympathize a little bit, but yeah, obviously not ideal for lots of people, me included. But it is what it is. Yeah, I think I was lucky enough that I was doing all right that day. So I managed to like walk up the steps and then get back in the chair for most of it. But by the time, like, it was spread across multiple floors. Thankfully they had a lift. But by the time I got to the top, I was just like, no, I'm okay. I'm okay. I'm not getting out of the chair. We'll just skip this bit. You're going back in June, but mainly for the zoo and water park. Yay. I hope you enjoy it. Yeah, the wheelchair stuff's so interesting. I got a little bit irate at my last assessment over my wheelchair stuff. Because apparently, so they asked if I had a wheelchair. I was like, yes, I have a wheelchair. I was like, so how often do you use it? And I said, well, I don't anymore. In previous times where I would have gone out and used a wheelchair, you know, I live with my brother. He's at work, so he can't take me out in the wheelchair. So times when I would have used a wheelchair, I now just don't go. I just don't do the thing when I'm not feeling well enough. And the lovely doctor lady who was analyzing me just put me down as doesn't need a wheelchair, can walk fine. I'm like, way to thoroughly misrepresent what I said. And they had a recording of the call, which we used against them, because I'm like, I clearly said I just don't do the thing. It's not the same as not needing one. But yeah. Anyway, let's play some Sims. What were we doing? We had just finished doing the Blast from the Past. But yeah, see, this talking, I just talked for like 35 minutes straight. This is why I think I could manage doing just chatting streams like out and about from my laptop on my phone. You have agoraphobia, so it's your first holiday in a long time to use a big thing. Yeah, I'm not surprised. I hope it goes well. They added burglars. They did. They added burglars just in time for me to finish streaming yesterday. So we have set up this house. So we discovered all these lot traits. I'm just going to see if I can find it to show you. Lot traits. So we can set all these extra challenges for the game. So we kept it as being breezy because we're out in the middle of the countryside. Breezy feels like a good option. We've added hallowed grounds, so there might be some spooky, ghosty action because big old manor house, that seems appropriate. And then homey, which was, I think it was Chris that suggested we have homey. Just because, you know, big family home, homey. But then the challenges is the interesting one. So prairie grass I think my brain is broken. Supposedly makes prairie grass grow everywhere, but unless it's these leaves, then I don't know what prairie grass is because I'm not seeing it growing anywhere. So I'm not really sure what that does, but that was already on the lot, so we've just not left it. Foxes mess with the garden, mess with small animals. Seems appropriate for the countryside. Risk of mold, again, very much seems appropriate with a kind of big country, old big country house. And then heist havoc, which is the new one, which I think basically means that they're a target for burglars and the burglar alarms and stuff are more likely to go wrong. So yeah, that should be fun. This tea is wonderfully cold. I think it might be time to ditch that. Ugh. I don't think my watch has stopped. I think it's just slowed down. Figure it out later. Cold tea is the best. I mean, iced tea is delicious. Cold tea, less so. You're having a Red Bull to try and keep you going today. I mean, I'm not having Red Bull, but I'm with you. You're a bit bummed that the update broke your script mods. So not the best idea to play with outdated mods. Iced tea is good. Gone cold tea bad. Yes. Yeah, I got really into making iced tea last summer. Like making it completely from scratch, and was trying to balance sweetness versus like I didn't want there to be too much sugar in it because I wanted to be able to drink quite a lot, particularly when it was really hot outside and I kept struggling from heat exhaustion. I mean, it's not full heat exhaustion. What do they call it? What's the in-between one? Heat fatigue? Like the one that you're not feeling well. You're not at a point that is medically problematic yet. Whatever that one is. Yeah, so I was not feeling well from it being too hot, and I was struggling to cool myself down. And drinking the iced tea was really helping. But when I first started making it, I was putting so much like sugar and honey in it. I'm like, it's not good to be having this much sugar. That's really not healthy. So I was like experimenting with levels of like the different teas and yeah, kind of sugar versus honey and that sort of stuff. That sort of stuff. Lemon is your friend with that. Okay, so we need to find him a job. I feel like that's the first thing to do. Is my music really loud? No, I'm just going mad. Just going mad. You haven't been on your PS5 in 3 or 4 days, so you're going to try today. Good luck. I can't remember the last time I went on my Xbox to actually play a game. No, that's not true. I went on it to try out the new COD, but that was probably months ago. I've been using it to watch some of the Six Nations though. You were a what? Sorry, a less than 2 sugar guy when you were younger. Do you mean 2 or more sugar guy when you were younger, but now you take it black, no sugar? You've just been busy or fed up, so yeah, I get that. It happens. Well, secret agent seems like the obvious one. Can we... Oh, wait. Professions. These opportunities... these give you the opportunity to travel with your Sims when they go to work to help them perform their duties. Oh, man. We need to roll some characters for some of these at some point. For sure. Careers. When it's time to go to work, the Sims will leave the player and return after their shift finished. I'm presuming that's going to be this one. Yeah, that's a bit of a shame, but okay. Undertaker, no way. Part-time. Interesting. Babysitter, barista, manual labor. There is so much for us to explore in Sims. This game is quite large now, but yeah, we're going to go with Secret Agent, I think. Starts on Monday at 7 AM. He starts in 2 days. I'm supposed to browse intelligence. Okay. Is that like a book? Is that something on the computer? Korea. No. More choices. Okay. Does it give me any hints for what this is? No. Browse intelligence. Okay, so I feel like maybe this is going to be a computer thing. Social networking, household. Computer security settings. No. Web. Browse intelligence database? Is that the right one? Browse intelligence. Hope so. I've inspired you to make tea. Good, go make some tea. You bought the Series X and haven't touched it in 6 months. Yeah, I mean, I was using it a lot when I first got it. But the people that I was playing with transitioned over to PCs, and I would just be doing lots of PC stuff. I think COD is really the only thing that I would prioritize playing on Xbox now. I mean, we still play it on PC sometimes, it's just not the same. Need to get back into Sims. You've been spamming Civ. Yeah, the new Civ. How is it? I've heard very mixed things about the new Civ. I was very excited, and then so much came into, like, so many negative reviews came out, so I was a little bit hesitant. Yours sounds like it's going to take off these days, yeah? I thought it was the PS5s that were supposed to be super loud. It's a shame because when you bought it, you were so motivated to play, and now you're like, blech. You sunk 100 hours into Merge instead. Yeah, I noticed. Oh, also, on the previous stream, I broke 1,000 hours on Peeps. Oh, what's up, Lily? Not the new Civ, your computer can't handle it, so you're playing 6. Ah, okay. The new Civ does not interest you at all with the forced nation change every era. Pardon? Forced nation change every era. This is news to me. Your PS5 is really quiet. Oh, maybe I'm misremembering that. You're running it on Mac. On a partition disk Windows thing, so it can't handle much more than Civ 6. That's pushing it. That's fair. That's fair. You screwed a Mac with Parallels on it. Parallels is great. Parallels works a treat. I just don't like the fact that Parallels is now subscription based. I am slowly trying to cut out as many subscriptions as possible. Things are just getting unnecessarily expensive. Like, we were talking the other day about Disney went through, you know, they've gone through a year of pushing less content, and, you know, they'll blame COVID and whatever, and fine. And, you know, things have inflated. I'm okay. But it was £80 for a year when I got into Disney Plus, and they were about to charge me £130 for a year, and I'm like, nope, I am okay. I'll be honest, kind of I've lost interest in Marvel films a little bit. So I'm just going to take a break from Disney. I'll miss Modern Family. I'll take a break from Disney, and at some point I will buy a month and just catch up on the films. £130 for a year is a lot, you know, particularly because there's so many platforms now. Like, if you want to watch this, you want to watch this, you want to watch this. So I think I'm just going to go for, I'll buy something for a month and I'll just use that platform for a month, and then I'll buy something else, I'll just use that platform for a month, because I really can't be bothered with having all these subscriptions to all these things, because they just don't get used. I'm also really not a fan. I get it, but I'm really not a fan of this whole trend of you have to pay £5 a month and watch adverts. So there's like, oh, but we've now got a really cheap tier, and I'm like, but if I'm paying for a product and then having to watch ads, huh? Insert community quote about god-awful Marvel movies. Yeah, I just feel like they've been getting worse and worse. And like the plots just don't really make sense, and like they're not grounded in character development anymore. Still really interested in Daredevil when it comes out. I hope they don't butcher that. But yeah, I don't know. I think my tastes in films have just adjusted slightly. I'll take a break. I'll come back to it at some point, inevitably. But yeah, a paid for service with ads is just insane. I really don't want to be part of that culture. You have adverts or you have a paid service. You don't have both. Like, can you imagine if you paid 60 quid for a game? No, it's worse than that. Can you imagine that you paid for the game and you had to pay for a battle pass to get all of the content, say Call of Duty, and then before every game, during the loading screen, you had to watch adverts on top of having already paid it? People would be fuming. So I don't understand why people are just accepting that this is what's happening to TV stuff. I'm just like, no, I'm okay. I'm just out. I get it from a business standpoint. I 100% get what they're doing, but I don't agree with it. I think it's manipulative because what they're trying to do is they're trying to maximize the amount of money that they can get from people that can't afford the service. So rather than giving it free with ads, they're like, oh, well, they're going to need to have the service, so we can still charge them £5 and then get all the ad revenue. Also, did anyone just see all the lights flicker? That was very cool. He's got a mood boost from being scared. A pleasing environment can put a sim in the mood. Wait. A pleasing environment can put a sim in the mood. It doesn't say a mood, in the mood. Did he just get a bit flirty from there being a ghost? Am I... Okay. Archie, you strange man. Love this song. Thank you. It's called Ginkgo Wind. I don't remember why. You have Disney Plus, Netflix, and Now TV. So I have a month of Now TV, which I have cancelled because I was binging a couple of shows. I have cancelled my Disney Plus, which I had on subscription. I have a month of Apple because, again, I'm binging a couple of shows. But after that, I'm just going to let it all drop. As I have actually cancelled all of them already. Subscription culture is getting out of hand. BMW had subscriptions to enable heated seats. What? Subscriptions for heated seats? Huh? Do I know every picture is a frame on YouTube? No, I don't. The mood is crazy. I suspect they just meant the mood as in the mood that... So I suspect that was a generic description. So it was just he had been +3 scared from that event. But it's just a pleasing environment can put a sim in the mood from being scared. Is just a really odd way to describe that. Okay, but we should split the family up because this family is now too big for this house. But the question is, who do we put where? So do we move Archer into the primary master bedroom? We'll put the parents in this room, and then it's what, Alex... oh no, it's not Alex, sorry, Penelope, Amelia and Cass. Yeah, we should probably change those to We need another bedroom because they're going to have another child as well. Or maybe Archer should just move out. Maybe we should just build another house. You'll be cancelling Now TV once the football season ends. That's fair. I read that right. The car came with heated seats. Headed seats? Presume you mean heated. But you had to pay a subscription to be able to turn them on. That's insane. Great movie theory channel. I'll take your word for it, cuz. Oh, is that more spooky stuff in the house? That's cool. You heard your name and got confused. You forgot. No, well, you named the boy, Cass. Put them in the towers. I could do. Yeah, I 100% wouldn't pay for a TV license, but my brother does because he wants to watch the rugby, which is on like catch-up channels. So not on catch-up channels, on TV channels. So it's kind of required. A TV license is required. Okay, so let's build some bedrooms up here. Wait, how are we gonna make space? Okay, I mean, so that's obviously a bedroom. They would just have to be super tiny bedrooms. Okay. As a test, let's see if we can make a bedroom in one of these. It's a good name. It is a good name. Someone will be getting a letter through the post soon. You did a... What do you mean, cuz? Whose room are you doing? You want yours pink? Well, the castle rooms, remember that we're not changing them away from being a castle. So we can't modify the walls. Yeah, see, it's literally just going to be a bed. It's so small. We might just have to do single beds. It's just... they're a really awkward shape. I mean, I guess it's a challenge. TV licensing can rock. In 2023, BMW wanted to charge an $18 subscription for heated seats. Man, that's just... I don't like subscription culture. I understand subscription culture. Like, I understand the logic behind charging people subscriptions for things. Because in many ways, it is much better for the developers. But, yeah, I mean, it just rarely is like a good thing for the customer. Because typically the subscriptions are quite expensive. Maybe unnecessarily expensive, one could argue. Okay. Just the furniture. I mean, we can try. Might be better to do that with one of the larger rooms. They really don't like letting you leave. Yeah, I was the one that cancelled our TV subscription, our TV license, when we got rid of it for a couple of years. And yeah, quite forceful in trying to keep you on. It's like, no, I am quite all right, thank you. I am all good. And then they start using scare tactics, like, oh, you know, if you like use your TV this way, or like you watch iPlayer, or blah 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 blah, They're like, do you watch content online? I'm like, yeah. It's like, well, you'll need a TV license for that. I'm like, no, I won't. They're like, well, do you use iPlayer? I'm like, no. Oh, do you use ITV? I'm like, no. Like, so what online service do you use? Netflix. They're like, oh. Like, I need a TV license for Netflix. It's funny. And we, yeah. I don't like that. What's everybody doing this week? Anybody got any exciting plans? Ooh, I think this could be quite nice. This is so cramped. What do you guys think? I just think it's too small to be a bedroom. I mean, an alternative is we turn these into very cramped single bedrooms and we move the butler up here, because then we have 2 tower rooms to make double beds in, because the butler doesn't need a double bed. Did I save? Someone cast the alert for saving. I don't know if I actually did it. I'll do it again. You have a college interview tomorrow. That's awesome. How are you feeling about it? You've got football, I presume watching football early on Saturday, and a meal with your family on Sunday. And then your bed coming on Monday. Nice. A good weekend. You went to see your accountant this morning, and you will now be a fiscal resident, bringing your self-employed status here. That's awesome. Hi, Mocha. How you doing today? You're at work and have no work. Okay. Explain. Explain. Ali, you're doing job applications, hospital appointments, and gaming. The classic combination. Job applications, you left your previous place? To be fair, it's been a while. You may have not been there for some time. I feel like a dresser probably makes more sense for a bedroom. We had this whole thing of like, there just weren't like full-length dressers. If we've used like black weathered wood, we should probably try and stick with that aesthetic. Not super happy about that combination, I'll be honest. Let me just have a quick look if there is a matching piece. Don't think it was that. What pack was this in? Oops. That was somewhere. This was it, this one? Okay, so that's base game Enigma Dresser. Surfaces Enigma Dresser. Ooh, good grief. Thank you. Thank you for the jump scare, Amelia. So many peeps. Yeah, the UK can rot. Yeah, the UK is not in a great place at the moment. You're low-key nervous about the interview, but it's for childcare, so it shouldn't be the worst. I mean, if you're nervous, that's a good sign, because it means you care. Mocha, you're at the office, but there's nothing to do. Well, that's a shame. Ali, you haven't left yet, still there, but let's just say you want out ASAP. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. Want out ASAP, I'm just trying to remember where I'm at. Amelia, thank you for the the other gift. Oh, it landed on Ali. Nice. Oh, it landed on Archie and Ali. It's always nice when it lands on actual, like, regulars. You've had 3 surgeries in the last year, and the way they treat you has changed. You're not enjoying the environment anymore, unfortunately. I'm really sorry to hear that. Yeah, that's not good. I'm sorry. Hopefully you will find somewhere that treats you better. Also, complete side note, not me in any way avoiding that comment, but does it annoy anybody else that this game has like things that are part of the same set and they're not named the same thing? So like if there's an Enigma dresser and there's a side table that's supposed to match it, the side table's not just called the Enigma side table. Like, if they're part of the same set, why don't they have the same name? Very, very weird. So annoying, the worst. Yeah, it drives me batty, but it's also like, why is this slightly brown and this is black? Like, why is black as a color swatch not the same black on everything? Like, I know that a bit of variety is like more lifelike and it adds more variety, but my brain is just screaming internally. Like, I just want them all to be the same color, please. The exact same color. Like, literally the same hex code, please and thank you. Like, this is one black, this is one black, this is one black, and my brain's just like... The dresser is too brown. I know, but that's the black dresser. Pain. Yeah, so alternatively, we could just run with this. The rustic access. Can we find an end table that matches that? What's it got? Like weird arch handles. No, that's another thing that annoys me, is like, if they've made a dresser, why is there not a why is there not a full bedroom set for each thing? Just makes me want to get back to making peeps. So I can fix all of that. You treat Sims like you would real life, with decorating it needs to all match, or you're so unhappy. Yeah. Either make them the same or give us an in-game color wheel. Exactly. But you're right, this one does suit the bed better. And now I just dislike the end table. So can we find... That's very grey. I think we're all just a little perfectionist. Let's just call it that. Thank you. Who was that? Cass. Thank you, Cass. A mild heart attack. They should do sets like Sims 3 did. Yeah. Yep, I miss the consistency of Sims 3. Or the customization of Sims 3. So that we can fix it ourselves. Alas, this is what we have. Got to make the most of it. Such is life. Such is life. Okay, so bedroom. We've got a dresser, which is really a sideboard, but whatever. It's close enough. The bed, side table. Yeah, because we can't fit a lot more in here. Maybe a mirror? Because again, we're trying not to place stuff on the walls, because realistically you wouldn't want to be like attaching stuff to the walls in a what would inevitably be a listed building, you know. That's clashing with the door, eh? Yeah. That's frustrating. Presume there's not a mirror that we can put on that. No. Okay, might just scrap the mirror. I mean, is putting a mirror on the wall doesn't seem too bad. What do you guys think? Do you think a mirror on the wall's an acceptable thing to attach to a castle? And open world, open worlds was peak Sims. To be fair though, I am looking forward to trying to build an entire district neighborhood. B-RE. Maybe there. Just in terms of where the windows are. It's like light-wise. I'm putting way too much thought into this. Okay, clutter. What about the bed against the right wall? Well, the wall's not straight. Yeah, the dresser on the... I mean, do you mean like this? You do that sort of layout? Hope you didn't mind the sister joining the Discord. No, it's okay. I mean, a little bit odd for someone to be in the Discord that's not part of the stream stuff. But, that's fine. As long as she... yeah. respects the tone, the community, then it's all good. Oh. Just seen the picture of Timmy, Eve, very cute. Okay, what do you guys think? Do you think it's better this way round, or do you think it's better this way? Let's redo Control Y. I kind of think this is better, to be honest. Yeah, it's hard because there's dead space whichever way round you do it. Because here you've got this functional space here. Versus here. Can you fit anything down the other side of the bed? I don't think so. Yeah, no worries, Amelia, no worries. With it perpendicular. I mean, it's the same space whichever way. Whichever way around it is, it's the same amount of space down the side of the bed. And yes, you can fit something down there, but it's what? I mean, for example, we could do this. I mean, it'll be very cramped looking. We could... I was gonna say we could try and put a desk. I just feel like it's gonna be so cramped. Feng Shui would not allow your feet to face the door or window. You imagine it like the Addams family looking out the window from something just inside the open windows. Well, there's two windows, so what do you mean? Like, as in staring from here, like down out of the house, is that what you mean? Out of the big boy window. Yeah, I'm with you. Ooh, diamond crate, nice. Reminds of the challenge you set me. Yeah. When in doubt, use plants to fill dead space. Oh, it's not that we have dead space, it's quite the opposite. We don't have enough space for really any of the things. Just trying to make do with the very limited space that we have. Because yeah, I mean, this is the problem, right? Oh wow, it's actually like, wait, or is it just because it's not a desk chair? Yeah, no, it literally won't let us attach it. Okay. Is there a single desk? Yes, as part of tiny living, but I don't think... Okay. Just let me finish. Let me finish doing this, and then we can judge how terrible an idea this is. Right. So it's not ideal. Do they have folder beds? Yeah, but they would take up the whole space. But they were part of one of the packs. Where are they? Yeah. I think they're double beds. So we wouldn't have space for the side table. You don't think it's the worst? No, it's not as bad as I thought it was going to be. So let me just take this off grid a little bit. It was just annoying me that it was clipping through the wall. There you go. You gotta go to work now. No worries, Mocha. Thank you for stopping by. I hope the rest of your day treats you well. Oh, goodness me. Hey. Ali joined the server. I can't even see what your name on Discord is. It's hidden. You're always loving my streams. Thank you. I mean, I've been a bit soppy on stream before, but I've also been soppy in the Discord quite a lot. But yeah, I've been through it a bit in the last year, and coming back whenever it was a few weeks ago, probably been like a couple of months at this point. It's not been a couple of months because it was this year. Anyway, coming back and you guys being so great has been yeah, has been great. Very ineloquent. I used all of my good words in my D&D stuff. But yeah, I appreciate you guys. My streams are only this good because of you all. So, you've had Discord for years and still don't know what's going on, but you're trying your best. No worries. I mean, it's basically just like a big group chat. Big group chat and a forum all rolled into one. It is great for us. Like when, I mean, we just have a bit of a derp, post memes and stuff, post cat pics. Having said that, I've not actually had Arthur on stream for a while. I might go and grab him in a minute if he's not mad at me for locking him out. But yeah, like when we play Minecraft and stuff, it's quite useful to organize that over Discord. If I put the bed by the window, would that help? I can't put the bed by the window. The diagonal walls mean it won't fit. Otherwise, that's what we would have done. You'll figure it out, Ali. Don't worry. Take your time. Take your time. Yeah, to be honest, we're still figuring out Discord as well, so don't stress. It's just, we're all just a mess together. Okay, but this room is currently a bit dark, a bit bleak. And uninspired. How do we add some flavor to this room? Yeah, how do we add some flavor to this room without ruining the aesthetic? Well, we seem to be going black and blue at the moment. So rather than just defaulting to adding plants everywhere, which is usually what we all do, my inclination is to stay away from plants and to try and lean into the blue thing, but I'm not sure how I'm going to do that without placing stuff on the walls. We were specifically trying to not place stuff on the walls. Not really sure how to fix this. I am open to suggestions. Also, I really love that there's been this whole 25th anniversary event, and you know, like, we've got the dance floor and stuff, and I'm excited to use that at some point. But the most useful props that we got from this event are a clock and a phone. Like, seemingly very mundane things, but that clock and this phone, one sec, this phone, I'm probably going to be putting in every single house. Almost every single house. And like, they're such boring items that I'm surprised weren't in the base game. But for real, like, that was the most exciting thing for me, those two items. I don't know whether that says more about the update or more about me. So let's just not think about that too much. Right, activities and skills. We could try and throw something of this ilk. I feel like maybe playing a violin up in the tower. Blue violin up in the tower. Why can we not? Just everything clashing with the door. Stupid door. Okay. Not that. Oh, that's a good point. So if we use the same layout, we could set up like an artist one or something. A simple bloke. I'm just very boring with my fashion choices. I'm very traditional. Like, I'm literally just wearing a plain t-shirt in the same colors that I wear every stream, and like I'm a little bit cold. I might put on a jumper, and my jumper is a plain blue jumper. I mean, some of you, I think, have seen me posting pictures of my wardrobe, and it's just like a bunch of black clothes Bunch of navy clothes. I've got that one green jumper. I'm like, what did I say? I said on the stream the other day, I was like, it's the green equivalent of navy. Which really tickled someone who was like, that's a weird way of describing khaki. And it's like, oh yeah, it is khaki. That's a good point. You have 20 different shades and colors of the same fitting t-shirt. Same. Like, yeah, I just find something, like I find a t-shirt I like and I just buy the same t-shirt in a few different colors. Varying shades of black is the way to go. For sure. Ah, a journal. That's cute. Let's have one of those. Can we place that? Wait, can we place this? No. Okay, there you go. That's slightly better. Clock and a journal. Can we turn that? Nope, not that way. Can't see the front. There we go. No. We're having stuff all lining up. There you go. Okay, so we could now put a plant down. Could probably say we could a few more times. I could say we could a few more times. I could. Yeah, I know I'm an idiot. Just help. That was a good choice. Immediately blue and a weird light green. So can we find something else that's light green? I want to just keep using the black one over and over again. I mean, maybe that's enough. We don't need to go too overkill. It's a little bit boring. Everything locked to the grid's a bit irritating as well, but we make do. Yeah, it pretty much only fits in the middle. Is this too boring? Yes, it is too boring, but I don't know how to fix it. You say wearing blue jeans. Yeah, I mean, yeah. As I've said, my entire wardrobe is black or blue. And it's usually just like, oh, I'm wearing blue jeans today, so it's a black t-shirt. Oh, I'm wearing black jeans today, so it's a blue t-shirt. Black jeans, blue jumper. Blue jeans, black jumper. Fashion. Save me. Sorry, 1 second, everyone. Okay, and we're back. Is there a way to change the lighting color, like purple lighting would be moody and make it more interesting? Ooh. That's a really interesting one. Because that was a thing in previous games, right? I wonder if I have to do that in set color. This candle. Ah. Blue. Ooh. No. Oh, I wasn't done. This candle. Ooh. Why is that not a color wheel? That's very dramatic. But now what I'm thinking is, what if we then put, if we can put a candle down. There aren't candles. I mean, that is a candle. Okay, 1 second. Nope. Yarp. If we put, I'll just put the plant down here. So now if we go into play mode, set this candle's color. Set color and intensity, this candle. Okay, let's set color, this candle. Like that, maybe? Kind of soft purple with the kind of orange hue on one side. What do you think? Spoopy. That looks dope. I can totally pull that off, as the finger guns clearly indicated. Doing real good. Oh, save me. That's such a cute photo. Yeah, what's their name? I say while writing it in the chat. Yeah, what's their name? Spoopus Doopus, defo too old to be saying dope, but this is the internet, so you can get away with it. Yeah, I mean, people have no idea how old you are. The 97 is how old you are, right? No, wait, no, that doesn't work. The 97 is your... oh my god, I was gonna say is your average level, skill level on RuneScape, but mentioning RuneScape just makes you old. The number of... Wow, I'm just making myself sound older by saying this. I was going to say the number of wins in a row on Fortnite. Is Fortnite even cool anymore? Her name is Knives, after Knives Chow from Scott Pilgrim. Nice. Slowly making myself sound older. Fortnite was never cool. I didn't say it. I didn't say it. RuneScape, yeah, I miss RuneScape. Honestly, for me at least, like, I played for a while as part of a guild, like part of a fairly successful guild, but RuneScape for me was never the same without having like friends to play it with. The thing that I really liked was being in like a chat with someone and just chatting about nothing, or like watching a film together, and yeah, just leveling something up, getting some money. I just kind of, you know, aimlessly playing the game, while, yeah, well, just hanging out with friends. That was peak RuneScape for me. Blast from the past. Blast from the past. It's still going, I think. Like, I don't think it's significantly dropped in popularity. I think the last time I was looking at it, though, it amused me that what do they call it? RuneScape Classic? Old School? Old School. I think they call it Old School. was as popular as the new one, as a pretty good indication that they messed up. Right, let's start with the bed. We find a suitable green and silver. Okay, we can lean into that. Slowly learning all the hotkeys. We had a mirror here. In your opinion, gaming in general is better with others, even if it's a single player game? 100% agree. I very rarely play games by myself. And the few times that I play single player stuff, like Sims, I almost exclusively will only sit down and play if I'm chatting with someone. So even if, like, yeah, so even if I'm playing Sims, I generally tend not to just sit and play it. Like, if one of my friends is like, oh, I'm going to go and play this game, I'm like, sure, do you want to just sit and chat? Like, while we're playing our games? And I'm like, yeah, sure. Like, it always ends up taking the background. A few exceptions, but as a general rule of thumb. Yeah, absolutely. But I just, yeah, I don't know. The social aspect of gaming has always been my preferred thing. So it's even like back in the day, you know, playing Halo or whatever, like all the games that I got really into were always social games. Yeah. Like, you can just look at my most played games on Steam, and it's exclusively ones where I played them with other people. I think the only major exception is the Elder Scrolls series. Because I mostly played them by myself. Yeah, that might actually be really the only exception. Oh, and the first time I played Bioshock was by myself. Apart from that, I'm also not sold on this. I kind of wish I could color elements of it separately. I'm definitely getting hung up on things that really don't matter. This is a side room for a side character. In the grand scheme of things, this yeah, really doesn't matter. And yet, here we are. And yet. Now let's put a bunch of plants. Decorations. Indoor plants. Need some like silvery plants. Yeah, the white's maybe a little much. Want something where there's a good chunk of jar visible that is the right color. Okay, that works. We get that. Ooh, we can't get that much closer to the door. Okay. Very nice. You heat your living room with various consoles and screens on the weekends, playing various things, chilling together. Yeah. My this room that I'm in now gets very cold. But obviously all my stream equipment warms the room fairly significantly. But yeah, man. There is just something about just hanging with friends and playing games. Really is something about it. I do quite like this one. Is this one of Lane's? Audience of one. Yeah, it is Lane. Yes, I am still waiting for replies back about the music stuff. I think I was briefly talking about this yesterday. I will keep you all up to date, like when I actually make any progress with that. It feels like it is now a long way off. It's taking, like, I know this is a really bizarre request and like it's an unusual circumstance and blah 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 blah, but it taking this long for it all to get processed does make me wonder whether I should go with someone else. Because yeah, it's very frustrating that it's been like 6 weeks ish of like me trying to get this moving, and just we're still at ground zero. We're still at the very first message, just trying to get me through to the right person. And you know, I'm a small musician. I appreciate that. But if it was a large musician that was trying to do this, you feel like they would have been seen to by now. So it obviously doesn't feel great that it kind of feels like I'm being ignored. Yeah. We'll see. Hopefully they'll get back in contact soon, and then I can bring up these problems with them. Just be like, I was trying to do this literally months ago. It would have been nice to have had, you know, some dialogue by now. We'll see. You've had similar experiences with time wasters. Yeah, I don't know that it's necessarily time wasters. It's just that my request, I guess, isn't being seen as a priority. So I'll have just been added to a list of people that they need to kind of like go and sort stuff with, which I get. I guess, you know, they can't just, if they've got a lot of people that need dealing with, then they can only do so many at once. Fine, you know, I don't object to that. But yeah, like the zero communication from them over such a long period of time is very frustrating. You know, you would have thought they'd have had an automated system or something to be like, you know, your business is important to us. We're currently busy right now. We'll get to you as soon as possible, like that kind of thing. But there just hasn't been. No, that's not true. There was one of those messages, but that was after more than 2 weeks of dead silence. Yeah, very frustrating. I think it might have to be that one. I don't really like it, but I'm not seeming to find any kind of white, apart from these ones up top. Where are they? These ones. The square ones. I don't know, they just feel a bit rubbish. They feel kind of a bit too modern. I mean, I think that kind of works as a green aesthetic. So if we drop into live mode, set color and intensity. aqua. Get that down a little bit. Get the color for this candle, the orange. I think that works. Can't even give them an ultimatum, Paul. Can't give an ultimatum if I can't get anybody to talk to. I mean, they're not fussed. Like, if I gave them an ultimatum, like, I need help or I'm going to leave, they'll just be like, okay, we're sorry to have lost your business. They're not going to be that fussed. You're back. Welcome back, Amelia. How you doing? Okay, so we have added 2 more bedrooms. So we could just keep going and add like a different color, a different style of bedroom in each of these. Is that just too boring though? Making headway. Michael's soul shines brighter and feels more fulfilled with each step. As a reward, Michael now enjoys a boost to all skill gains. Interesting. At least you can think about an alternative, about alternate steps. Every day is leg day if you live up here, yeah, for sure. First your sister rang, then your best friend. Nice. Yeah.
Save your game.
Thank you. Oh, that Windows squint. Yeah, I mean, I haven't had any problems with the music people, with the distributor, publisher, whatever. And like the few times I've had support stuff, it's happened really fast. This is the only time where it's been dragging, and like the first time I got through, so I don't know if you remember, like the first person I contacted basically said, oh, it's fine, you don't need to, we can just change the name. So for those of you who are out of the loop, all of the music you're listening to is mine. But I was publishing music under virtual artists, so lots of different names. And what I'm looking to do is get them all under the same name. But currently it's all attached to one account. So on like SoundCloud, it's all published under one account. And I want that account changed to my Samly one. And when I messaged them and I was like, this is the situation, this is why things are the way that they are. I want to take down all of my music so that I can resubmit it all under the same name from this account. And they said, oh, no, you don't need to do that. It's fine. We can just change the name. Which I'm like, well, yes, then it is all under Samly. That's great. But then it's all under Samly being managed from an account that isn't the Samly account, which isn't what I want. Like, I need it to be run from the right account. And then when I said that, was basically when I've just been yeah, like I was kind of sent to somebody else, who then sent me to somebody else, and then I've been waiting. So I waited to hear back for like 2 weeks for that first somebody else, and then it turns out that no one had actually forwarded the message. They said that they had, but they hadn't. So I started that process again. And they confirmed that they had received it this time, which was important. But I now haven't heard back from the person that I'm waiting for like 3 weeks. is a long time to be waiting. It's been a whole process though. It's been going for months. Amelia, thank you very much. I can't actually see the emote. Oh, it's little hearts. Oh, that's cute. Oh, I can see them on the screen. Dumb. But yeah, it's been a bit of a faff. Because I mean, the alternative thing is that I see if there's a way that they can just transfer the ownership to a different account. So rather than having to re-upload stuff, they just transfer everything to a different account, which would be fine. Like, I don't mind how we get there as long as we get there. But you know, you're talking about like doing an ultimatum or whatever is fine if I have someone to talk to, but I don't have anybody. So I can't get stuff sorted if I can't ask. There's no one for me to communicate. We'll get there eventually, it's just has been a bit painfully slow at times. Okay, we'll do a red room. Maybe... Oh, do you want a pink room? We'll do a pink room. You said you'd wanted a pink room. Pink and white, I guess. Pink and white, I guess. Red and brown. We've already got black. I think that works. Enough, maybe? The question is, what is that? Amelia's room? Yeah, it can be. I mean, I guess it kind of makes sense to... I was going to say put all the children up here, but I don't know that that does make sense. We just need lots of bedrooms. We have too many people in this house. Yeah, so we need themes. So this was like the kind of computer room. You know, I imagine it as like a typewriter, and he's got his book and he's got his little journal. It's like the writer's room. This one's like the artist's room, the kind of more plants, and the easel. So what are these two rooms going to be thematically? I am very aware that I am overthinking all of this, but I don't care. I enjoy overthinking this stuff. This is one of the reasons why I'm looking forward to doing some lore streams for all of my writing D&D stuff at some point, because I always end up just making stuff up on the spot. So if I got all my documents, like my wiki up, and just write my notes. It's like you guys always ask me questions of stuff that I've not necessarily thought about. So you'll ask me a question about my world, and either I know the answer, in which case great, I get to talk about it, or I don't, in which case I make it up on the spot, which is good because it's expanding the world. That's you with your story right now. Oh, I'm glad to hear that your writing's going well. Hey, Alpha Omega. Was I just calling you Alpha? Sorry if I've forgotten. Also, Ghost, don't think that you got away with lurking. You don't remember? Okay, well then what would you like to be called? I can call you whatever. I mean, calling you whatever seems a bit rude, but hi, whatever. That was too energetic. Making it up on the spot is classic D&D though. Yeah, but I mean, this was my world that was for my books and my games before it's for D&D. So it's just now that I'm running D&D in my book/game universe. Okay, why don't we start with activities and skills? So what could we have? We could have one as Okay. What if the writing room at the back, we get rid of the dresser and put a bookcase, so we lean like more heavily into the reading for that one? So I was thinking about putting a bookcase in this one. I feel like bookcase, chess table, kind of the same vibe. I mean, I guess you could just leave that with the kind of pile of books and have this one, and you know, it's like the studious type rather than the writer type. Not sure. Your first session as DM, once all the lore you spent weeks writing and creating was dismantled within an hour because you had to let something slide because of a rule. And it was the worst. Yeah, so I learned very quickly when I started DMing that the way that worked best for me was to have concrete ideas for the arc of the story. So this is where the players are, and this is the outcome that they want. So that whenever I run the D&D, I always like make sure I know what the player's goal is. I think that's a really important thing, knowing what they want to work towards. So this is the starting point for the game. This is where they want to get. This is where I want to get them. So my goal is always like, my goal is usually just before their goal. So it's like, I'll path them vaguely towards that. And like, you know, there might be plot points A, B, C, D, whatever. But knowing that that's where they want to be, or like where I want to direct the story, I try not to overplan anything in between those. So what's an example? Oh, let's make something up on the spot. So they're starting in a tavern. Like, that's classic, right? One of them wants to kill the okay, this is kind of robbing stories, but it's also cliche. Kill the bandit that killed his parents. So their thing is obviously they want to kill this bandit, right? So I'm like, okay, so how might this bandit be involved in the world? Why would they be in this area? Like, okay, maybe this bandit has been causing a lot of trouble for the town, so it's in the town's interest for the bandit to be killed. So the story goal, like my goal as the DM, might be save the town. But in order for them to save the town, they have to match, like they have to meet the objectives that their characters want to do. So they are working towards my goal by working towards their goal. And like I might have a couple of sub points, like there's this kobold den that they're going to have to pass through to get to the bandits, or that sort of thing. But yeah, I try my hardest not to direct players as much as possible, so it leaves a lot of stuff that I have to kind of wing fairly quickly. But there's less of me like having to stop, because I really structured out D&D when I started, and I just panicked all the time. So they would do something and I'd be like, oh, I've got notes for this, and then I'd be like desperately trying to find the right note, and be like, oh, but now they've gone this way. And it's like, oh, so there's this character they should be meeting and this character they should be meeting, and I got myself overwhelmed really fast. Turns out if I know the big story, I'm better at just making stuff up on the spot than I am on trying to follow the structured story. Right, now let me catch up on chat. Amelia, your sister just messaged you about the Sims menu changing. That's how long it's been since she's last been on. Fair enough. Alpha, you're actually doing the complete opposite. How so? Ali, that's a much better way of doing it. You should have known better not to overplay, because your friends do weird stuff and you're happy just being a player for now. Yeah. Like, you know, you spend all this time structuring out this really nice story, and it's like, oh, this is going to be the villain and blah blah blah. You know, what's the classic joke of like, you build up the kind of big bad end guy, and Yeah, B-Bag if you're a player. But like the end boss, and it's like, oh, it's supposed to be this big dramatic fight scene, and then of course every party has that one player who's just like, I flirt with the boss, and it's like, okay, this is where this is going now. Like, yeah, you can't plan too much because people are unpredictable, and I feel the more you try and force a tone, the less it works. It's easier just to let the players drive it. Amelia, your last story you did on Wattpad got 200,000 views. Nice. I mean, I don't know how that compares to other things on that platform, but that sounds like a lot. Well done. You're actually trying to expand the story as much as possible, like drawing a map. Oh, I have a huge map. Like the way that I always think about it is I am constantly building up this world, because then when they decide, oh, we're just going to buy some horses and travel for a month in this direction, I'm like, cool, so you're going to this place, rather than having to make up new places on the spot. I do make up new places all the time. Like, I've intentionally left gaps on my map for people to fill in. But yeah, my map is quite large now. The flirting, you can't. It happens every game. There's always one. There's always one. So with a map and characters placed, there's always in your head, so you never get confused. Yeah, like, having that stuff planned is fine as long as you're willing to riff around that a little bit. But yeah, when I first started, I was like, this player is in this place for this many days, and then this NPC is in this place for this many days, and like, this thing costs exactly this much, and blah 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 blah. And the more we played, I very quickly was just like, you know what actually just plays better is just sometimes they're there, sometimes they're not. If it's plays better in the moment to just be like, oh yeah, this NPC you're looking for just isn't here right now, or this NPC is here right now. You know, they go and buy an ale at the pub, and like, does it really matter whether you charge them for an ale? Chances are they're going to be able to afford an ale. Just give them an ale. You don't need to sort out money. Like, letting go of the details so that you can focus on the important stuff was hard. Like, I really didn't like that. Coming from writing, coming from game dev, that felt really unnatural. But it does seem to work much better, in my opinion. What if we do this the other way around? Oh, you know, we could even go more interesting and like build up one side of it. It's a bit strange. It's a bit strange, but I can deal with that. The community episode. Yeah. But I mean, that was the thing, is like knowing what the overarching story is, but then just riffing everything in the meantime. You got to number 5 out of 1,000 books in the Harry Potter tag. Very nice. It's impressive. Much better than anything I've written. Yes, I'm still vaguely hopeful that I will get back to writing at some point this year. Sorry, I bit my lip earlier. It was very sore. I bit it quite hard and it was swollen. Trying to avoid biting it again. I don't like this red bed. I don't like the red bed. Change this to a brown room, maybe. That's better. That's much better. Okay, right, where was the clock? Super imaginative, put a clock in every room. Also, Amelia, if this is your character's room, what what do you want it to be like thematically? Decorations, clutter. Easier just to search for. Keep forgetting that searching is a thing. It's doing it all by hand slowly. Ooh, antique tomes, part of the author branch. Well, we need to do that at some point. Presume we're not going to be able to fit this. It's frustrating. Ooh, wait. Can we fit that? No. Okay, I don't know how much this... Wait. We might actually be able to do this still if we just rejig this a bit. Swear we could get this further back. Yeah, now? No. Okay. Fine, we'll just leave it over there. Okay, and then, you know, here's me. We need to put some plants in. Can't not have plants. Always got to be some plant. Can we find these in like darker color? This is like a brown. Not super fond of that. You concur. About what, Paul? With what are you concurring? You're a child right now, so any toys like in pink. Yeah, but you won't be a child for long. And remember, we're doing all of this because we're going to split the household up. So we're not going to be playing as you for much longer. Or not that we're playing as you now, but as in we're not going to be controlling you for much longer. So we're prepping for you being an adult by yourself. I could have said that less strangely. By yourself. Okay, I don't think we're going to be able to actually get anything down there because I think the door is in the way. Might be able to fit like a little plant. Trying to get stuff as close as possible. I can't wait until we start using the move object thing. The color changes. Okay, I'm with you. You leave it to me, I'm the boss. In no way am I the boss. But I appreciate the sass. Makes you think of Blair St. Clair. Drag Race reference no one gets. Yep, I certainly don't. Okay. Oh, I'll tell you what we didn't do. We didn't do any curtains up here. I mean, I guess they wouldn't. Probably wouldn't have had curtains. Can we even get curtains to actually cover? Oh, we can get curtains to cover. I mean, that feels like an acceptable level of... Yeah, well, that's the problem. Then we can't use that space. Maybe not. Okay, so activities and skills. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna go and light this room first. Set color and intensity orange. Darker orange. Let's say maybe half. No, we definitely want a warmer. No. How often I just... No. One down. Yeah, I think that works enough. Okay. We'll just quickly do this one while we're here. Violet, maybe? No. Crimson. How in any way is that crimson? The red is definitely pink. Funny. Warm white. Warmer white. Neutral white. Oops. Cool white. Yeah, I think maybe like that. Also, the snow is very picturesque, particularly with the music. You were going for a southern thing, but it did take you back to Drag Race. You think season 13 was the last you watched? You like the flower arranging table? Yeah, we can try and fit that in. You binged season 16 recently and it was pretty good. Doesn't hit the same as it used to though, and in your opinion the UK one is better. I will take your word for it. Okay, so back to build mode. So is it under outdoor activities? Flower arranging. Oh, that might... Yeah, I don't think we'll be able to do flower arranging. That takes up way too much space. Outside, oh, I mean, we have flower arranging, like we have one in the greenhouse already. So it's more just trying to figure out what to place in your room. Is the thing. Well, we could go with an instrument. An instrument would fit. Ooh, would we fit one of these? No, they're huge. Okay. What could we do? We could just do like a tablet. We'll go for like a camera and a tablet, maybe a bit more of a modern one. Bunny pink guitar. Or could go down like cross stitching and stuff. Can we get this camera in like a... No, we can't get it in white. It also looks rubbish. It's tiny. I was expecting more one like this, which is also tiny. Okay. Fair enough. A violin, okay. Could put the bass white violin. How much longer until they aged up? They did age up. Or do you mean how much longer until they age up again? Like as in until they become adults? A little bit boring. How long would kid stuff be appropriate? Not all that long, particularly if we're not playing as them. So bear in mind this is so that we can move out, so that we can split the household up. So if I am correct, if we move Archer into his own household, there will be 2 grandparents, 4 children, one of whom is currently unborn. So the parents, 4 children, and a horse. So the 4 children, so we've got 4 beds up here for them. So we've still got the butler's space there. We've got this one unused room, so I think that should be a bedroom. So we've got the butler's one, we've got one unused bedroom upstairs, and then we've got these 2 here. So if we put the parents in this, so if we leave the parents in the kind of master with the ensuite, then that family is all on one side of the castle. So if we leave Archer in this one and keep these 2 as part of Archer's household, then we should be able to stay here even if Archer has kids to a degree. So that's what I'm thinking, is like, how long can we utilize this house to give us time for it to become a problem? You know, we were already like with the burglars, with the foxes ruining stuff, with the mold costing us stuff to fix. If he is out at work, he's not going to be earning as much. If we're not using the gallery, then he doesn't have that income anymore. Like, actually, if we stay on this lot and split ourselves from the household, I think we should be in a financially worse position, which is what we were hoping for. I know that sounds a bit counterintuitive, but we were hoping to make the game more challenging for ourselves. Because yeah, basically running the gallery was just making us an absolute mint. But yeah, I mean, the thing that I don't like is putting adults in bedrooms with a single bed, because realistically that's not gonna happen. But the current house layout doesn't really allow for much else. So an alternative is that we use those 4 rooms at the top as rental space. So we rent out those 4 beds to someone.
Save your game.
Thank you. Okay, so I think there are two ways to think about this house. Thank you, Cass, for the save. I think we'll do one lot of stuff for while we're playing this. I think for loading this to the gallery, I will change the layout of the house, for sure. We could also just move Archer out of this house. That is another option. You gotta go, but might be back. Bye-bye for now. No worries, Cass. Enjoy the rest of your day. whatever it is you end up doing. Yeah, I mean, obviously I'm overthinking it, but like, feel as though in a real world scenario, kind of adults wouldn't want to live in a room like this. But we have so much wasted space in the castle, like all of this space. So there's obviously one more bedroom there. Right, what did we say that there was? There was the parents, which are there, so that's fine. And then we needed 4 bedrooms. So 1, 2, 3, 4 bedrooms. So we would have enough bedrooms for the whole of the household if Archer moves out or we abandon the nursery. But I think the nursery makes sense with it being a big old house. We could also convert this into a bedroom. So we could scrap the gym and have a 4th bedroom in the tower. That could work. Because yeah, so we need 6 bedrooms, right? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then 1 on the floor up. So actually, what probably makes sense is to have this as a bedroom for the family and to move the butler to here. Because then we have the whole of the household on one floor. And for those that weren't here at that point, this rental unit here, the one that's dark, is occupied by the uncle currently. And yeah, we're debating how to split up the household because we're reaching the the limit of the number of Sims. But I think that could work. So actually, if we move the pair... Oh, no, wait. How many children was it? It was 4... Yeah, 4 children plus Archer. Okay, so parents, 4 children. If we put Archer in the room by himself... Because if the plan is for him to move out anyway, eventually... But also we kind of need the kids' room because some of them are still kids currently. I mean, in the short term, we have already, like, even with these rooms being unfinished, we now have enough rooms for everybody, you know? So that's the important thing. Yeah. Super unimaginative, but it will do for now. Oh look, all silver. That's cool. It is weirdly satisfying when they're like all the same type. Oh man. Well, considering I almost didn't stream today, I think I've done pretty well making it this long. But I do think I'm going to have to stop. You're going to head off, you've got to prepare your dinner, no worries. You're having creamy chicken and mushroom tagliatelle. And cheesy garlic bread. Nice. That sounds like a good dinner. But yes, I absolutely, I think, need to go and have a lie down. Yeah, I really did just flop completely. Yeah, last night. really wasn't doing well, so need to maybe not overly push it. All homemade. All the best food is. But yeah, thank you all. Sweet stream, thank you. I look exhausted. I feel it. Good to know that I don't look well as well, though. Thank you. Yeah, great talking to all of you. And yes, I will do my best to rest. Thank you all very much for stopping by. For those of you that are new here, Discord is the place to be in chat. Outside of the stream, it will be on my page, on my profile, on whatever platform you're watching on. I'm releasing a game on Steam next month, Health Being Well. So you can just search Samly on Steam. It's called Samly's Merge. You can wishlist it now if you are interested. And yeah, I will be around tomorrow. So I stream Tuesday through Saturday from 4 till 7 GMT. So I start about 2 hours ago from now. Yeah, sure, that's good English. Thank you all very much for watching, and hopefully I will see some of you again soon. Bye for now.